A 2014 picture unraveling Joe Biden's claims that he never talked about his son's overseas business dealings. It could be. The picture shows the former vice president, his son Hunter, golfing in the Hamptons with Devon Archer. Who's Archer, you say? Well, Archer and Biden, Hunter Biden, were both on the board of Ukrainian gas company Burisma Holdings, also partners in a private equity firm, Rosemont Seneca. Oh, yes, that's the one that attracted a $1.5 billion investment from China just weeks after Hunter had accompanied his father on a trip to Beijing. That in December of 2013. Pure coincidence, I'm sure. Well, joining us tonight, the president's son and executive vice president of the Trump Organization, Eric Trump. Eric, good to have you here.
Can you imagine if I took 3 cents from the Ukraine or 4 cents from China? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I have a feeling it would be quite a different reaction on the part of the national leftist media. I'm just guessing, but
slight double standard, to say the least.
Yeah, I think double standard is a very nice way to say it. It is outright rank political corruption on the part of our national media.
You know what the worst part of this whole thing is? I mean, first of all, the guy doesn't speak the language. So he's on the board of a Ukrainian company, and he doesn't speak the language. Right? Put me on the board of a company where I can't communicate with other people in the company because I don't speak the lange.
Without a third person.
He had no knowledge of the industry. He knew nothing about the industry at hand, and he's being paid $50,000 for what? I mean, for not knowing the language and not having any relevant experience within the. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
It is, again, it fails the implausibility test. It is just unimaginable that this firm would hire a man who had a drug problem, a publicly documented drug problem, knew nothing about energy, the Ukraine, or international finance, for that matter.
Got kicked out of the Navy.
Yeah, well, they're
minor details.
These issues. And the Chinese had no problem either. $1.5 billion. He's going to be, at least in part, the steward for $1.5 billion. Not an inconsiderable amount of money, even for the Chinese. An act, I would guess, of good faith in the vice president.
We know the biggest investors in the world. They go over to China, and these are the guys who run the biggest companies in the United States, the biggest investment firms. They go over to China, and they can't get 3 cents out of China. I mean, they can't get any money out of China. And then all of a sudden, you have this young guy who goes there, flies aboard Air Force Two, goes to China, comes back, and all of a sudden has $1.5 billion in his pocket. I mean, it's Lou, it's insane. It's insane. And this whole witch hunt, it's another witch hunt that they're doing right now. They know they can't beat my father. The corruption is being seen for the 20th time. You've reported on it for the last several years. I mean, how many more of these?
From the time he was a candidate, for crying out loud, he's had the FBI and who knows how many other agencies working against him, and how many foreign agencies working against him.
How many more of these scandals do we need to have, whether it be the fake dossiers, whether it be the nonsense Russia investigations, whether it be the absolute insane leaks, whether it's Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch, meeting at a private little airport somewhere on the back of a plane.
Did you say Loretta Lynch? Most people don't even know who she is now, because she hasn't even been considered for investigation by anyone in the Justice Department.
How about Kavanaugh? And how about trying to destroy his life? And how about all the other lives that they've ruined in the process? And you know what? My father's out there fighting like hell to turn around a country, and he's done an unbelievable job. He's succeeded in every single metric. We are the talk of the entire world, and I know that because I, quite frankly, travel the world, and I hear from people. We are doing everything right. He is doing everything right. We have the best markets. We have the best jobs. We have the manufacturing's coming back. We're winning again on every front. And you know what? The Democrats know it, and they want to distract from that. They want to distract from what he's doing and his message and the patriotism that he's brought back to this country and the winning that he's doing now, because they know they can't win. Biden's not going to win. The guy's a crook, right? Warren's not going to win. This is somebody who goes out and lies about her Native American ancestry. She's not going to win, right? So what do they have to do? They have to make up another nonsense diatribe, and it's here we go again. I feel like it's a merry-go-round. I really do.
Now, I wish it were as amusing as a merry-go-round, because frankly, this effort to overthrow the president of this this constitutional republic, I mean, it's stunning stuff on one hand, and as you say, on the other, it's become old stuff, because it has been going on for 3 years against your father and against this country. And there's a rationalization. I think it's a psychotic rationalization abroad in our body politic that because the left opposes your father, who is an anti-establishment populist president whose appeal crosses both parties, supports the working man and woman who aspire to the middle class, supports the middle class where the American dream resides, instead of the corporatist class, he is fair game. And he is not, and neither is this country.
No, he threatens their very existence, and they know that. And they know that when he came in. Look at the movement. Go to these rallies. I've been to so many of them. Go to these rallies where you have 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. They're holding American flags. They're cheering USA, USA, USA. They don't have that on the other side. They are a political class. How many years has Biden been a politician? Over 50, if you include. I mean, he's been a politician, Lou, substantially longer than I've been alive. Think about that, right? Yet Biden will blame the problems of the country on my father. Yeah. It's an incredible thing.
Well, the American people, this is the great thing. The American people are watching all of this, and they're not half as dumb as the Democrats, the radical Dems, believe them to be. Or they wouldn't pull such a nonsensical, implausible plot as this impeachment inquiry against your father. This is blowing up so quickly. I mean, it's exploding right now in the faces of...
And our fundraising numbers show that. Our fundraising numbers show that. Lou, we raised $15 million.
You're such a business guy. It all comes...
You know what?
Down to money.
It's a great way to show support. When people are going online donating $10 and $12, and you raise $15 million in 72 hours, including 50,000 people who have never donated to a political party before, it shows where America stands. People are sick and tired of this nonsense. They're sick and tired of games. They're sick and tired of career politicians, and we're going to beat them again.
And still, all of us, are still thrilled to win. Eric Trump, thanks.
Good to
Great to see you. Come back soon.
I will.